Although North Carolina is able to retain its teaching force better than most other states, it is still hard to keep enough quality teachers in classrooms.
So nationwide, about 12% of teachers are leaving the profession. Most years, North Carolina's rate hovers between 8% and 10%. And of those who are leaving, 13% are teachers who retire with full benefits.
Still, anytime you're trying to keep a workforce of more than 90,000, it's a challenge. In tonight's Saved by the Bell edition of the Buckley Report, Bob shows us what it's like to be starting your career in a high school classroom.
In a second-floor classroom at High Point Central,
hey guys, how was lunch?
Alyssa Almedo is proving that
You ready? Can I take that?
she belongs.
Y'all have your sheets.
To finish her education degree at UNC Greensboro,
And then we're gonna do our stress relief activity of the day.
Alyssa is doing a year of student teaching under the watchful eye of veteran Kayla Renew. Was there a moment, an incident that said, I want to do that?
I just had really, I guess, impactful teachers when I was going through high school who were there for me in more ways than just academically, like provided a lot of emotional support, and I needed that. I had a lot of personal stuff going on when I was in high school, and so it sort of gave me an outlet to like have somebody who I could talk to, but also who was gonna motivate me. And
She's teaching psychology to a group of upperclassmen.
so stressors can affect you mentally, right? That mental exhaustion that we talked about, and how people might not feel like they're in control of their life, that kind of thing. But physically, it can cause headaches, it can cause high blood pressure, it can cause your immune system to be weaker.
How do you rate Alyssa? Is she one of those who was born to do this? Is it more of a challenge to develop the skill set?
No, I think she seems natural to me. Like when I do see her with the kids, yeah, I think she does. She just has it.
But making it look easy can be the hardest part. What's been the biggest challenge?
I think it's just like every group of students is different, and just the dynamic in the room is really different. And so for me, having to figure out how I need to shift like my personality and how I approach teaching them, it's different in each class. So a lot of those things in the behavioral symptoms section, like using alcohol, like isolating yourself, like sleeping too much, that kind of thing, those are what you call coping mechanisms.
Being close enough to the student in age provides relatability, but that too comes at a price. Is it a challenge that you're young and, you know, you're, as a woman, you may feel like, some people may feel like they can intimidate you?
Sometimes it's hard to like command respect, I guess, because I am young and like I don't seem like an authority figure just from looking at me, but I think there's a benefit to it as well. I think the building relationships aspect with students and like being able to talk to them and like they feel comfortable just joking and like telling me stuff.
Alyssa appears to have the fundamentals of being a teacher down already.
Yeah, that passion for learning and like being able to dig into the content area and what is it that's going to stick out to the kids, how do we make it relevant, and actually like wanting to do that. And I can see that in her.
But there's another part to this job.
Sometimes people will develop something that's called learned helplessness.
The part largely hidden from the public.
So learned helplessness is kind of like you give up on trying to cope with stress.
That Alyssa is just now learning about.
This is my first time being here all day, every day, and going to all the meetings and everything like that, and just how many meetings there are, and just so many things. I feel like Ms. Renew is constantly getting emails about, tell the kids about this thing is going on, you need to do this, and I never realized until actually being here every day how much administrative and just like logistical work there is on the side of teachers.
The man at the helm of High Point Central seems happy with what he's seen.
She's new in the semester. I don't want to intimidate by a little pop-in, but I do walk around the halls and peek through the windows or whatnot, and it looks like she's fitting in real quick.
After a full year of turning kids' heads, Alyssa says she's home. This hasn't dissuaded you, right? You're going to continue being a teacher?
I think if anything, it's made me feel more assured that that's what I wanted to do. People will do this mindfulness meditation where you sit quietly and you just think about where you are.
Fox 8 News.
Think about what your body is doing, and you're just like
And North Carolina requires a full 16-week semester of teaching by student teachers on top of the semester in which they observe their mentor in the classroom.